because Nigerians are already suffering. Increase in foodstuff, transportation cost is already very high. Cost of living, cost of housing, things are generally very expensive. So why an increase in the cost of fuel at this point in time? The timing is wrong. Nigerians can't bear it. Certainly they can't bear it. So I think the yoke is getting too much for Nigerians. I think if government will do that, it ought not to be now. If they have a way of subsidizing it, they should still continue. So that's my take on it.
If they are not inviting trouble, if they want to invite trouble, they should continue and remove this fuel subsidy. Because I want the government of the day to have focus and have what is called forecasting. What is going to happen if I do this thing? But they don't have it. That is why they are suffering today. Today, this thing will happen here. Other will happen this way. They don't have IQ. If they remove fuel subsidy, it will cripple the economy the more. And already we are in a galloping inflation. If they do this thing now, it will further degenerate social problem. What I mean by social problem, we encounter more social vices like robbery, kidnapping, bandit, and so on and so forth. Because the teeming youth, if you don't have a plan for youth, it will cause problem. So it is better they should forget about fuel subsidy. If they want Nigeria to prosper, if they are not inviting trouble, if they want to invite trouble, they should continue and remove this fuel subsidy.
Like Venezuela and other foresighted and people, government that have vision, what they did is that they produce crude oil, but they don't export the crude oil. What they export is the refined product. But in this case, we see our refineries are in comatose. There's no refinery in Nigeria that is functioning. As a result of that, the common man is called to bear the burden of buying petroleum product at the cost of the international market, which shouldn't be. So that it is the problem of the lack of action of our government to be proactive, to react to issues and make sure that Nigeria, being an oil producing nation, should be able to have a form of buffet or a form of thing that cushions the effect of any increase or decrease of crude oil prices in the international market. But the thing is that even when we have increase in crude oil price in petroleum product as a result of the increasing cost of crude oil, the thing is that when the price comes down, the common man, there's nothing like elasticity or flexibility to adjust to come down to the current price of crude oil in the international market. At the end, like every other thing that happens in Nigeria, once the price goes up, it will keep on skyrocketing.
Fuel subsidy removal is an issue that people like us have supported for so long, even right under the administration of Goodluck Jonathan, when the administration decided to remove fuel subsidy. Though the people currently in power opposed it, but people like us supported it because we know that it is impossible for us to go on forever with fuel subsidy. It is quite impossible. It is my candid opinion that we shouldn't subsidize consumption, but we should rather subsidize production, so that when you subsidize production, at the end of the day, it will affect the price to the end user of all products. The government have been trying to say, when they came in from 87 to 1 something and so on, we thought that subsidy was removed then, but they said no, it was not. Well, I agree with them. But my point is, it is not something that government should completely remove its hand from petroleum product pricing. PPPRA should be obsolete, should be scrapped. Anything that has to do with government regulating the price of any petroleum product should be completely removed. You say, oh, but you are a common man, you are talking like this. Will it not affect you? Yes, it will. You know, I asked the price of kuli recently, just one kuli like the size of my finger, and I was told it is 20 naira. I said, wow. When we were growing up in the 70s, that 20 naira will buy 4,000 kuli. So it will be very, to us, it will seem as, oh, yeah, well, the point I'm making from that is, we were in this country when a liter of fuel was being sold maybe for 3 kobo, 5 kobo. Now we are talking about 160 something. That was my first salary in life in '89. So, but let them remove this thing once and for all.
Without the refinery working is a disaster to the economy, because it will affect the masses. Not just the masses alone, it will affect everything pertaining the economy. In a country where we're in a country like Nigeria, which is a third world country, still coming up country, we don't deserve, we still need the fuel subsidy, at least to keep things going temporarily, pending when the refinery start working. So I don't think removing of that fuel subsidy at the moment now have any positive impact on the masses and on the people at large. Because over the years, we've been hearing of fuel subsidy. We've been hearing of the current government before now said the previous administration was using it as a means of embezzlement. But I don't see that. They came in promising Nigerians that they will remove it and use it to develop the country. So far, so good. I think they've removed some part of the subsidy, but still we have not seen any effect on that. And to me, I would say fuel subsidy is a scam.
I believe that it will bring about inflation. It will also bring about the costs of transportation, which normally would take the prices of goods and services higher than it is. But from what I gathered, the Minister of Information, I think as at yesterday, said there will be a town hall meeting in respect of this very issue. And I believe it is only when that happens, people will, have their own opinion, or say as it were. But I think if you ask me, I want us to wait until government formally say, it's been done. But for now, I want to believe it's still speculation.
Okay, so also on the security, what do you say about the security in the country?
One of the things I understand about our security challenge is the fact that every Nigerian is really perturbed about the issue. But I also realize that what we're doing more is allowing our emotions run over the practical issues as they were. I'll give a simple example. I think yesterday the governor of Niger State made a statement somewhere. I can't remember, but I think I heard that on radio. And what he was saying is that the landmass of this state where the bandits or terrorists operate more is basically those ungoverned spaces. I'll give a simple example. Borno State and Niger State are two states in Nigeria that if you look at their landmass, it's obviously more than the 5 eastern states, so to speak. And when these guys, come to operate or strike, once they are being chased, they get into, this ungoverned space, which are the bushes, which also have borders with neighboring states like Kaduna, Zamfara, Niger, FCT, and others. So it's not as if government, if you ask me, is not willing to work for the people, but government is overwhelmed. I've said this over and over again, but my friends will say, hey, forget about those things, that this government is not ready to work.
And Nigeria has to step up. The Nigerian security agencies, they need to step up in the security situation. I believe it's something that can be done, because these people are those who are carrying out these mayhem in our society, banditry. There are people among us. So why can't we be able to track them down and make sure they are duly punished, so that such will never reoccur again in the history of our nation? So I think the security agencies should step up without compromise. on the economy. The economy is so poor. It's so poor. Even the deaf hears it. The blind can feel it.